So just the mess you're on with me and stuff. So just remind us. I believe we talked to you when we were in Birmingham.
They don't fucking know where we were.
Whatever.
Just
We
ask her-
talked to you
just
on the
ask her
live
what
call.
the-
We
yeah.
talked to you on the live call and tour, and were you the one who was like dating a guy forever who just wouldn't fuck you?
Oh yeah. Fuck. What if it's not her?
Yeah, but I kind of like that's not why I called in. That's gone. Like
It's done.
I guess the fast update. Like
Yeah,
I
give us
made
a
him
quick
watch
one.
the video.
You what? Oh, he watched it. he watched the video.
Wow, we're really like people are laundering
I know.
conversations through us now. That's so fucking
Well,
funny.
he just like wasn't getting it, and then I was just like annoyed because towards the end he was like, "Yeah, I agree," and I'm like, "Okay, with what? That like you have a problem? That we're gonna talk about it?
Right.
Like, what's the deal?"
Right.
And he just like wasn't giving me an answer. And
Wow.
Towards the end, he's like, "Let's just like take it slow and be friends and go hiking," and I kind of started yelling at him because like, that's
Yeah.
what we've been doing. That's the problem.
Yeah, what the
So-
fuck?
This is such a Twilight Zone like problem of like, I need dick, and then the guy's like, I just want to go hiking.
That's awesome that even after taking like the universal advice that we give, which is like just talk about it, you didn't get like even an inch closer to any closure,
Yeah.
any clarity.
That's crazy, man.
that
Probably
is-
asexual, right? He's got to be asexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he say that? Like, I made things so awkward
I
that I'm even
know.
calling you guys, you know?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. You're right. I feel the frustration in your voice because you clearly don't give a fuck, but you're like, just give me any fucking reason.
Yeah.
But that's not how life works, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta.
So even
move
by
on.
what did his face look like when when we were basically roasting him? Did you watch him watch it?
Yeah, and I think like some of his friends kind of watched it, which I kind of felt bad because I don't think they kind of know, and I wonder if he's just like dodging them too, or he kind of like opened them to them. I'm hoping, but yeah.
Well, whatever. Anyway, so you have a new question.
Yeah, so pretty much after that, so we talked, I think, like in April, and the episode didn't come out until like June. So that's when like I cut off things with him.
Yep. Well,
Still did 80 naps, and then I started seeing this guy, and things have been good. Like we're having sex, and everything's great.
Congratulations. Yeah. Wow, you're having sex with somebody you're dating. What an improvement.
Well, like we're not officially dating, but we're just like seeing
Sure.
each other.
That's dating, though.
But-
You know what I mean.
Yeah, well, there's like a long kind of list now that I'm kind of thinking about it, of kind of like little red flags. Like he can't come during sex because he's on SRIs, and I kind of had to like pull it out of him. Like something's wrong, or like
Wow.
Anyways, that's
you
not-
really can't just have a straightforward fling.
no.
Interesting.
But yeah, anyways, that's what I'm calling. So we took a vacation up to Big Bear. He rented a cabin.
That's
And
cute.
it was kind of great, but then he forgot his medication, so he was like a little like depressed, couldn't like really do stuff.
But he was
And
nutting.
then
Yeah, was he able to fuck?
actually. It was like the first time in like 3 months we couldn't see each other that happened. But that's not the problem.
Sure.
So I kind of blame you, Stavi, because I was making him watch like episodes, and we were watching one that like Sydney was on. Mm-hmm. And like the whole joke was like, oh, how she had to like do like straight stuff to like kind of survive.
Right.
And he asked me, he's like, oh, what's the gayest thing that you've done? And I was like, oh my, I kind of don't want to answer that question. I kind of didn't want to know from him because I already kind of knew by him asking me that there was going to be a story.
Uh-huh. So you thought he was only asking to let you know he did a bunch of gay stuff.
So he told me he like, which I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm homophobic or like, because I don't really care, but it's just like, this guy seems like insecure and sad.
Sure.
So he told me about the story about he hooked up with this guy, and he like made it very clear that he's like, oh, but I was on top. And I'm like, I don't really care, but like, if that's what you need to tell me.
It's really funny to be
okay.
like, whoa, I'm only sort of gay. I fucked the guy. It's like, okay, man.
I made him the girl.
So I was like, okay, just like listening to him, like, hey, he's being like vulnerable. I guess
Sure.
the transparency. And I was like, I kind of knew that's what he was going to tell me. And
Yeah.
then he's like, yeah, it's just like, he's like a bigger guy. So he was just towards the end of the conversation, he was just like, oh, I just like, I'm built like Shrek. I can't find someone to top me.
Oh,
So I
wow.
was like, is that a joke? Or I wonder if he really like wants that. And it's
Yeah.
kind of kept like lingering. And I'm like, "Ugh, like, is this something?
This
Is he
girl,
like
this is
still
hysterical.
curious? And like, is he still bi? Like,
He's
then
probably,
why am
yeah.
I
I
in
mean,
this
yes.
photo?
He's
Like, I don't
probably
know.
still bi. Is he?
Huh?
Yeah, he's still, yeah, he's bi. He is bi for sure.
Yeah.
Or was he just curious? What he's like, it was just once. Like, I think he saw me like asking questions. He kind of started backtracking. So I'm
Right.
like,
Right.
You're
Well,
like, what? Ew!
no,
You're
that was
fucking
dumb.
disgusting. You fucked a guy? Oh my god. First some guy wouldn't fuck
first,
me.
now I
some
gotta
gay guy's
suck
got
some
a
gay
soft
guy off,
dick.
and it won't even nut. And he's like, should I go? You're like, no, we rented the cabin for fucking 2
Why
days.
do I always do this?
Anyways, I need advice. I'm like, my dating is getting better, but
Yes.
just like
You're there.
I don't
You-
know.
yeah.
I'm like, I live in LA. It's like a very common thing. I'm not surprised, but I'm like, is he using me to like experiment, and then later on, like my fear later on is gonna be like, actually, like I just needed to experiment more,
Well,
and I'm gay.
can I
is
ask
it just
you
a
this?
fear that I need to like live through, or ask more questions? I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Why
Okay.
on, like, this is the problem the first time too.
Yeah.
Why the
Okay.
fuck are, like, you're allowed to see people, see how compatible you are, get to a point where you're like, this doesn't work anymore, and move on. You should have done that
Yeah.
way faster with the other guy. And now you didn't do anything wrong by like, look, it's fine to be like, I mean, whatever. If I have friends who are progressive, whatever, and in their personal lives, they're like, I would prefer something more traditional, or I want somebody who's like, I want somebody who, I mean, to be like, I can't date someone because they're bi and they might be secretly gay. That's not why you break it off. You break it off because the vibes just aren't right overall, and like, if
Yeah.
everything was perfect, but this was something that you were worried about, I would tell you, have a discussion, get to the bottom of it, whatever. But it seems like you're not that into this guy. Realistically, the bar was set so low because the last guy you dated
Yeah.
wouldn't even fuck you. And so now you're just like, I think there's nothing wrong with seeing someone for a couple months, seeing if you have any, if like, clearly you want a serious relationship. You're clearly the kind of person who, like, will commit to a fault, it seems like. But I would say for you, you should work on kind of only sticking with something if it feels good. Like, you've made progress and that this person will fuck you, but that doesn't mean it's like exactly what you want. So keep looking, move on. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's my advice to you, is like, and again, if we didn't know your history, maybe I wouldn't give you this advice. But the fact that you were willing to just stick around in a clearly not even a relationship, it's like, I just think you need to experiment a little more and see who you're actually compatible with, instead of just, I think it's good when you find someone that you click with. This instinct to make it work no matter what is good, but I don't think you're necessarily there right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just like, yeah, maybe you're right. Like maybe
Or do
I'm
you really
already
like
having
him? I don't
doubts,
know.
and this I can't tell if my doubts are real because I don't like this guy and I'm making it a big deal. But now I feel bad like ending things. He's gonna be like, oh, she dumped me because I'm depressed and bi, and I don't know.
Well,
That's
I mean,
tough, but that's just dating.
that
like-
is dating, by the way. But I
And
mean,
it's not like you haven't tried. I feel like sex is like so early on the compatibility checklist. It's like, don't be going on no cabin getaways with like someone that you can like barely have sex with.
Let me tell you that exactly. You fucked up. Like, cabin getaway right off the rip is kind of that's a quick
Well, we
move.
met in June. It's been a while.
It's June. I guess it's October.
I guess, but you know what I mean. Like, how much? I mean, how much have you guys like barely been able to fuck because of his like medication? And it's like, when
Well,
you're
he
like,
just can't finish.
No, you know what?
but-
Actually, I take that back. I think we just have New York
whatever.
entertainment brain where it's like we're just like, no, it ain't serious for years. You know what I mean?
It's not that crazy, but
it's not.
My point is like, that early on, it is like you're like not his like girlfriend, longtime girlfriend. It is, unless there's like a crazy spark in chemistry. It's not even like your job to help him through,
or even
like, the
or even if you're
or something,
or even if it's early but you are dating officially, that's different. You know what I mean? I guess going away with someone where it's like it's in the situationship zone, maybe that's what we're talking about. That's another thing, is like here's the other thing. You're committed, it seems like, but you're not even dating this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this would be different if he was like, hey, I really like you, let's date, whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I guess, what do you want? Let's think about that. Do you see this person as somebody you want to actually date?
I think so. It's just like, if he can like reassure me like my fears of like, are you just gonna be? I don't think he can. Like, oh, I'm actually like secure of who I am, and like, yeah, I'm bi, and like, but it's just like the way he was just backtracking of like, oh, it's just something I kind of wanted. Like, I'm not sure. Him being like depressed and like we do have fun, and I like him, and it's like, yeah, like I'm not his girlfriend, so I don't feel the like pressure so much, but I'm just like, I don't know if I'm wasting my time again, like how you said, just like I'm in this pattern again of just limbo.
Well, I mean, this is different. This is definitely different than the first time, for sure.
I will say, are you just being drawn to guys who are just clearly gay and cannot come to terms with it? You live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no,
Los Angeles is crawling with the closeted straight guys.
Here we go. Red State Sula, Turning Point USA eldest.
Look,
you live in Los Angeles.
You live in LA.
I definitely date like sad boy insecure guys,
but no,
which I guess that's my problem.
I was gonna say that true is like what is it about you that draws these motherfuckers in? You know what I mean? Like, that is something to really think about. Maybe you are just like a almost like a comforting presence where they feel like they can be, they can just kind of, they feel safe. I don't know. But it is something to consider. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and say this guy's, he's not closeted. He told her he fucked guys. But I guess it's like, if that was the only problem, I would say it's not worth breaking it off. But I also would say you should really consider, do you find this to be like, are you seeing other people? Like, that's another thing are you still like looking around, or?
Not really. He just like, we see each other a lot more often and actually have sex, and just between family and friends. Like, yeah, he's the only person I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. Well, dude, okay. So then maybe it's worth, if you think that this is worth, being a little more serious about, then you should say like, hey, effectively you're monogamous, whether you just because of the way your life is, and you could just be like, hey, I like you, I'd like us to be exclusive and just see where this goes. And that way you at least have a little more skin in the game. And if he's willing to go with that and like, he's saying all the right things, then I wouldn't get too in my head about, oh, he secretly wants to kind of fuck his ass, but he's too large. You know what I mean? Like, and now look.
Comment, I should not ask again. Like, he was vulnerable. He was like, I've never told anyone, and like, is this something that I just need to deal with? And like,
well, okay, that's another thing. Let's also be realistic here. It's fine if you don't want that. Yeah. Right? Like, you're not homophobic if you don't want to date. So, like, truly, like, you're homophobic if you don't want people to have rights, but you're not homophobic if, like, the same way where it's like, you can be a friend to trans people and not want to hook up with trans people. You can be okay with fucking, with bi dudes and be like, you know what? For me personally, I don't even know why. Maybe it's fucked up, but I just know it's a problem for me. That's okay too if ultimately that's how you feel. But but like, I wouldn't shame the guy. And also, there's a possibility that, I mean, it is nice that he opened up to you, right? That if he's vulnerable, that's kind of nice. That means he trusts you. I also think maybe this guy's just there's a possibility he might be too freaky, right? Like you guys just might not be aligned. Like maybe he's opening up to you because he wants to have threesomes with dudes and women, and maybe he asks you why, I'm certainly interested when I'm talking to a girl what kind of gay shit she's done, because I'd love to fuck a girl with a girl I'm seeing, right? Like that's kind of why I ask those questions. So maybe he's into some freaky shit and maybe you're not. Like there's things that could be deal breakers for you down the road. You have to decide, like, is there enough for you to be like, okay, I like this guy enough. Let me ask him about the exclusive conversation. If he's willing to be exclusive with me, then I can continue to sort of like explore how I feel about him, right? I think that's fine. And again, just because you're dating somebody exclusively doesn't mean it's super serious. It just means let's see what we got here while we're not dating other people. And the second you feel like, you know what, this was nice, I like the guy, but it's not going to work out, that's okay too. It's totally fine to break up with someone a month into dating them exclusively. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I didn't want to like come off like rude to him. Like he opened up. I do like him, but I've been avoiding him for 2 weeks and I have to go see him because we're going to a show tonight. We're actually going to go see Dan Soder.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I just like didn't know if I'm like, oh, am I going to be like a bitch and say something rude? Like,
the 2 weeks ignoring is tough though. Have you been talking to him or like texting?
Well, he texts me like every day. Like I've been kind of trying to avoid it because I was like, I don't really know how I feel. Like I'm a very fickle person.
Interesting.
And then I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to date this guy. Like, am I just not that into him? Is it all like, I don't think I care about him being bi. I just like want him to be sure of who he is, which is a hard ask. And like him not being like us in a relationship and be like, actually, I want to fuck a guy without you. And this is my new relationship.
Right. Well, listen.
Because, okay, this has happened to me before, like years ago. So I think that's my trauma, too.
Eldest called it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Now who's turning point, USA?
No. You were turning point USA for saying you're in Los Angeles.
It was fine. But it was just like, I don't know if I can be that stepping stone again for someone.
Just a mess. Let me just give you the short version here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to end this shit.
Yeah,
and
I think
on
probably.
To the next. You need to like date more people at once or something. You got to get more plates spinning.
Well, okay. I think you're right. Basically, you need to decide, do you feel strong enough to take it to be a little more serious with this guy and explore that relationship, or do you continue, or do you go the exact opposite way, like Elda said, start seeing other people, break it off with him, or just make him part of the roster? Either way, whatever you decide, but you have to go one of two ways. You can't be in this like you're effectively monogamous with him, even though who the fuck knows what he's doing, and you're not even sure how you feel about him. You have to decide how you feel and pursue either one of those. And yes, if I had to just, knowing off what we know about you, if I had to guess, I would probably say you need to kind of just explore a little bit, because this is better than the last one, but it doesn't seem like it's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Even take the bi stuff out of it. It doesn't seem like you're like, he's kind of fun. It's fine. You don't seem like this is an arranged marriage. Yeah. You don't have to be with the person. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You got to decide.
Even if you're someone who like kind of like just dates one person at a time, he's got to like just try to like, build that roster, keep it casual with some people. You don't even need to like be out fucking everyone, but just like meet new people to date simultaneously. You need a bigger pool to draw from and just like, feel some shit out. And just, you say you want someone who you want him to like be a little more sure of himself. You need to like be more sure of like yourself. That's and what true. You're looking
and what
for,
you want.
And just like look at these warning signs that like have repeated with people you've dated, and just like know when it's just like, the vibe's just not right.
Right.
I've seen this enough. I don't need to go on like 7 more dates or do a fucking weekend getaway with this guy. Right. I could just let him go and like move on to the next.
But I know what she means, where it's like, It's gonna be tough to break up with him right after he said she did gay shit.
It's you haven't talked to him for 2 weeks. He's probably been out like blowing out some twinks' backs out there. Like he's like, on Grindr.
I don't
like
need that image right now.
He's like, shit, where is she?
No, I kind of agree though. The sort of getting a little drier over text over 2 weeks. He knows what the fuck's going on. And if you want to give him a different rationale, that's fine. But yeah, I think deep down, you know what it is. And you do need to do a little soul searching about what it is that you're sort of like attracting these specific types of guys.
Send him this clip. It worked for you the first time.
No, I guess in a couple weeks.